it doesn't get, like, chunked into 2 different VODs. If it does, I'll edit around it. But right, I want to do a Kusoge. As a result, this time around we have, again, game from my childhood, and it's a fairly simple game in terms of its controls. But then again, it's a GBA game. What do you expect? I'm expecting this to only take an hour, because this is not a long game. And there are plans to build Jurassic Park, InGen, reconstructed dinosaurs from DNA to create a world of Mesozoic era, successfully brought back to life, company's plans ended in failure. There's Site B, where dinosaurs were bred, and they continue to thrive to the day. Including terrorizing our airplane. Now, so you guys know, this game, if I remember correctly, isn't even based on the books. It's just like some type of wide ass pole. Not based on the movie, not based on the books, it's just exists. This is the Coast Guard. Was there an accident? Emergency landing. Where? Isla Sorna? The Isla Sorna infested with dinosaurs? We'll dispatch a rescue team right away. The boat will dock at the island's port. Do what you can to make it there. If you run into any dinosaurs, just make a run for it. You don't stand a chance against them. Since this transmitter works, get in touch with me if anything happens. We'll do all we can to help you from our side. Make a run for the port and arrive safely. Yeah, in terms of the length of this game, it's only 8 stages, and it's really, really simple and short. I don't like how that's operating. What even are my controls? This looks like something ate my... Why is jump there? Excuse me? That is a really weird jump button. I'm gonna need to edit that. Like, to put this into perspective, I have a PlayStation 4 controller. Cross is the, by the look of it, B button, but triangle and circle somehow ended up as the shoulders, and jump is left bumper. Crap, this is already a terrible stream. Alright. Now we can hopefully... Did it still not take the adjustment to controls? I don't think it did. Fuck it, we'll make do. Because, again, this isn't a hard game. I should be able to manage it with the controls as they are. As weird as they are. Like, why is my jump shoulder button? Giant dino! I wanted to originally play through all this and plug an additional challenge run of, oh hey, can't use any healing items, but at this point the challenge might just be controls. Like, this is impressively jank and bad. I might have, like, hit something in the original options menu for whatever reason, and that might be the reason why this went jank so quickly. But anyway, so yeah, this game, relatively simple, 8 stages, ow. You'd think that Jurassic Park would work well as, like, something like Rampage Edition or some odd, but as it turns out, this game is more of a stage-based survival game, kind of. Again, kind of. Because it doesn't exactly succeed at doing that. You'll see why. We go into this building here, break the crate, and there we go. We get what counts as a weapon in this game. A flare gun. Shooting a dinosaur with a flare gun isn't enough to take it out. It may make them hesitate for a moment, though. Instead, shoot gunpowder boxes and drums to set off an explosion. You should be able to damage them that way. Also, if there are places you can't reach, try shooting objects that are nearby to move them. Case in point, we can blow up that gunpowder box to open up the door. Ah! Thanks, Ronnie. Also, hope you're doing well. Enjoy Kusoge. Ah, crap. Phew. There we go. You woke up to a wonderful thing today? Oh dear, how wonderful is it? I figured it'd be sarcasm. And that, hope you're doing well. Discord's clip as you blocked. Can't look at Discord on the PC. Oof. Yeah, I think Tay was running into the same issue. Apparently, someone really yiffed up at the with the Cloudflare settings with Discord, so that may take a bit of time for them to properly reset. Bit of a shame. It is a large problem, because I'm pretty sure if it's affecting 2 people now, chances are it's a widespread issue. Yeah. What am I doing? I don't even need to take out any of the dinosaurs here. Yeah. Like, I really don't need to take out any of these dinos along the way, which is one of the reasons why this kind of fails as a survival game. Literally, speedruns of this game could clear it in, like, 20 minutes. There's no way in hell I'd speedrun this game for any reason. Widespread problem that they've been working on for the past hour? Good to know. Logic wins again. It also summons a thick boy. Big Dino! This is what passes as a boss fight in this game. This entire fight is literally just survive. Wait for the block. Shoot it. It is stupidly simple. Do this 6 times, you're good. 2. Like, if I can compliment this game for one thing, I guess it would be music. But even then, I have heard better. Especially out of Jurassic Park. Additionally, this is the first time in a long time that I've had such low HP on this boss fight. No lie, I did a practice run of this a couple of days back just to make sure that this ROM was indeed working and not like a bootleg. And I cleared the game not just on a single life, but I also used only maybe half of the medkits in the game. This is not a hard game. For Kid Me, though, it was. And part of the reason of that is, not only is this a survival game, it's also at least partially a puzzle game. A very maddeningly unhelpful puzzle game. Stage 2 here is a laboratory. You can do a bit of exploring in places, but if you go up into the right here, and few people will ever get this scene, you'll see why we can't progress any further. Massive swarm of raptors. It's impossible to plow through a group of velociraptors on the road. See if there's anything around you can use. There is something. A motorcycle. But in order to get that motorcycle, we need to do a bit of meddling. At any point, you can use the transceiver to get a hint as to what to do next, but I find that the transceiver isn't all that helpful. Case in point. Within here, med bottle. If I remember correctly, the only other door we really need to meddle with is this one here. We can go through this door here, but there's not much to see. Just a couple of compies, which you can easily fell with the flare gun. The only dinosaur that you can take out with only the flare gun. We can pry open this door here. And we get a couple of more dinosaurs to work with. Another raptor, but also one of the dinosaurs that killed Newman. These guys can be a bit on the annoying side, because they're a little hesitant to move. Their big attack is, well, to spit on the ground. That spit can damage you if you end up walking through it. You can push the crate over, but it's also possible to do all the jumps without even pushing the crate. I've done it, but my controller is not going to let me because the controls are wonky right now. In this room, we can get our key card. Why a key card? We didn't exactly explore to the upper left. This is what that's used for. Also, this is a raptor. You don't have to take it out. I want to. Any dinosaurs that you take out with, like, gunpowder and whatnot, stay down permanently. If you're ever struggling for one reason or another, and want to take out all the dinosaurs in the game, you could. You really don't need to. There's, like, no point. The game's easy enough as it is. Like, you get a decent amount of medkits and similar that you can use. Medkits will restore 2/3 of your HP. Med bottles are a little more common, but restore 1/3 of your HP. Pry this thing down. That restarts the generator. And now we can explore the rest of the lab. In nice bit of attention to detail. And this is, again, something that no one will, in their right minds, ever do. If you go back to this room with the two computers and the compies, you'll notice the projector is on, showing the dinosaur islands. I think that one's Nublar specifically. I don't think it's Sorna. It might be Sorna. I don't know. But more pressingly, we had to do all of this just to open up the elevator. This is the game loosely telling you that, yeah, you have a boss fight coming up. We were introduced to the Spitters. Here's a boss variant that we need to take out. By electrocution. Seizure warning, by the way. Each of these guys take 3 zaps to take down. The problem is, with this fight, luring them into the puddle so you can electrocute them. Because again, the AI on these guys is very spotty. Sometimes they'll follow you, sometimes they won't, and you kind of just have to work with it. Speedrunners hate this stage for that specific reason. And you have to take these guys out, by the way. Because otherwise, that puddle surrounding the crate there, yeah, that's gonna prevent you from even getting close to it, let alone breaking it. Last enemy. Come on. And this is what I mean. Come on now. You followed me all the way out here, and you're not moving. Come on now. I am right next to you. Right next to you. I could give you a kiss right now. I'm kissing you. And you're not moving. I am walking through you and you're not moving. This game sometimes is just held together by spit and duct tape. Why are you all the way back there? Jeez. There we go. Take out all 5 of them. The spit dissipates, for whatever reason. And we get our motorcycle key. Why the hell these guys have a motorcycle key is beyond me. But we can use this. This gets us to the best stage in the game. I make a joke to myself about the name of this particular motorcycle. I call it the Raptor Bait. This stage is fairly simple. It's always going to be like 2.5 minutes long. But you will not have any way to heal. Watch your health. In terms of your controls, one button lets you pop a wheelie. The wheelie doesn't look like it has an immediate function. It does. Because later on in the stage, we're going to need to do some mandatory jumps and whatnot. The only way to do those jumps are by popping wheelies. Alternatively, if you ever struggle with the onslaught of raptors along the way, you can kick them with your other button. Kicking at raptors will always go in the direction that you last hit the button. So if you hit down, you'll kick below you. If you hit up, you'll kick above you. Be careful about timing the attack. Man. Ah, crap. After a point, there will be mud infesting the track. Mud isn't much of an obstacle. It slows you down, and if anything, helps you think through your actions. However, if you want to get through it a little faster, you could wheelie. And I'm gonna need to sit up for a little bit, because this is the worst I've done at this stage in a while. Hitting one of the rocks does about the same thing as falling into one of the pits. In other words, it chips off a chunk of your health and places you back at your last checkpoint. We're gonna find a lot of rocks going forward. Good? Oh, jeez. Running low on health. Oh, good! That was close. Stage 3 finished. And with it, we get to a very unfortunate aspect of the game. Because this is not only a isometric 2.5D type game, there are side-scroller sections. Who in their right mind okayed this? Because the side-scroller sections are the worst parts of this game. Mind you, they do give you one tiny piece of forgiveness. A wire. You can use the underwire to tether to certain types of terrain, such as this tree branch here. Child me never figured this out, so I got stuck on this stage for a long time. While tethered to something, you can use up and down to change the length in which you're tethered to it. This is how you do your platforming in these 2D sections. Tethering to shit with the underwire and hoping for the best. You also get introduced to the tranquilizer gun here. It can be useful for dealing with the packies, at least a little bit longer, because it acts as suppression. Pins them in place for a short time, and makes it so that you don't have to worry about them. For a little bit. Ah, jeez. You can line up your jumps using the background terrain here, make it a little easier. You won't always be able to do that. If anything, I may be being a little bit reckless here. Crap. Bright side, since all those packies fell into the pit, we don't need to worry about them. That last one is a running jump, but I also didn't realize there's a branch right there. Up until my test playthrough a couple days ago. So if you weren't feeling confident about a running jump, you could use the underwire. Surprise, raptor! But we really don't need to worry about the raptor, because this survival game is held together by duct tape and spit. Like, all of of these stages, pretty much, with maybe like 1 or 2 exceptions here or there, you can literally just hold right to win. Provided you're running, you're good to go. We could use the other wire here. There's a lot of squealing dino noises. The reason being, rocks. And we may actually lose our first life here. Ah! Wow, that's actually impressive me. Again, this is a survival game. So anytime you lose a life, you do get to keep your inventory. However, lives lost are permanently lost for the rest of the story mode playthrough. Many times, I ended up dying at least like 2 or 3 times on this specific stage. And this massively screwed me over when it came to the second side-scroller stage later on. Because of course there's a second. Crap. Yeah, fuck it, I might have to break out the medkits. We have been collecting them for this exact reason. I am appalled by my performance here. First the technical issues, and now suddenly I've forgotten how to play this game. Oh my god. This is impressively terrible. Blake, this game isn't that hard. Also, Blake gets a game over and ends up having to use like half of their chemical supply. Right. You'll know you're at the end of the stage when you run into this very, very loose interpretation of a boss fight. It's as simple as let this red Packy run into this rock a bundle of times. And again, the person on the end of the column is useless. He just says, try breaking it somehow. How? Childhood me thought that you had to, like, flare gun this. So I spent forever and a day shooting it with the flare gun, and didn't even realize that the Packy had to run into this 6 times. How are you supposed to figure this out normally? From one puzzle level, we go to a slightly harder puzzle level. The museum. This place also has the best music in the game, if not second best. What happened? Did you say Red Raptor? Be careful, they're tenacious. We've got no choice but to head into the museum. And this place is gonna be full of puzzles. Also, Red Raptor gave us smooches. But he's guarding that door. There is no way for you to get through that door as we are right now. For the moment, just focus on replenishing your bag. You know what? Take that. Another med bottle. Our first big puzzle revolves around this loop right here. There are a few items that we can gather, such as tranquilizer gun ammo. And it is suggested that we use this gun, we use this tranq gun. Again, suggested, but not necessary. For every red raptor, there's gotta be a blue one, and the blue one here is the one that we need to take out. Otherwise, we would not have enough time to break through the door. To do so, we're gonna need to interact with the items within the loop. The easiest one to actually hit this guy with is the pterodactyl here. Wait for the raptor to roar, shoot the switch, and there you go. The phone booth here can also be pushed onto the raptor directly, deal damage. 2 hits with the pterodon and 1 hit with the phone booth, or otherwise 4 hits with the pterodon are what you use to take it out. From here, we got about 5 different doors to work with. One of these is absolutely useless. This one will at least let us get a bit more medication in the case we need it. I believe the second door is the only other useful one. Actually, first, second, and fourth. But you can easily go into this room and be stuck, because you might not understand what to do. There's a bundle of things to blow up, a dinosaur, and generally, the blue variants of dinosaurs have a little more HP to worry about than the others. You might think, oh, okay, just take out this dinosaur, maybe something happens. No, it's more cryptic than that. Might as well take a look around inside the building to see if there's any way out. Very useless. Because what you have to do, and this is, again, not explained anywhere else, shoot the red barrel. This blows a hole in the floor and lets you make progress. What? And again, this is not explained. Not even with the transceiver. Because you only really get one type of transceiver message per puzzle. Discord's no longer broken. Sweet! When in doubt, destroy barrel. I mean, I guess eventually you would think to shoot it, but it's really not obvious. The original Pitfall didn't have any real instructions either. Fair. Also, hello SkyJ. Hope you're doing well. Right, this room. This one's even more obtuse. Because you could do some exploring around here. It doesn't look obvious about what you'd be doing. There's a random destructible there, does nothing. This room is useless. And you could spend forever and a day wandering around here, trying to figure out what to do. Up at 6:30 for some reason. If you look on top of the cage here, there's some keys. We need those. But how exactly are we supposed to get them if we hit this switch, it drops the cage, and then it just goes back up? There are a bundle of raptor statues here. You could shoot them. They make a very annoying raptor sound. You can go to the transceiver. It looks like the display cages can be lowered. If only it could be used to trap a raptor. I mean, kinda obvious that this could be used to trap a raptor, but how the hell do you lure the raptor in here? Because shooting these things definitely doesn't do that. You have to examine it. Again, you're not told this, and you would probably never think to do this. But that's how you get the red raptor into this room. From there, when the raptor is in the middle, you can trap him in the cage. If you're ever struggling on doing that, you can shoot these, and the raptor will be drawn to them, make it a little easier. But again, with clever positioning, you don't need to worry about that. Also, this is where that door leads. Showing off the rest of these doors quick. The third door here is useless. There's nothing to do here. You can examine the lockers, you get nothing. There's piss all in that room. This fourth door here, however, yet again, another destructible floor. This one leads to a trap room. There's a raptor here that you can blow up, but more importantly, a medkit. Getting out is a little harder than getting in. Usually, you'd be pushing this brick over, but if you're very careful with your positioning, you don't even need to interact with this to do all the platforming you need to. But of course, because RetroArch is being RetroArch right now, my controls are a little wonky. I'm gonna need to move it, just to make these jumps more comfortable. There we go. Finally, we can go down this door here. And this is the reason why we couldn't go through this door earlier. Because it was locked. There are a lot of one-way doors here, actually. Even the ones in this loop. Who in their right mind designs a museum with one-way doors? Just saying. Anyway, we can go back this way. This is the means to progress, but we can't do anything with the key that we have. Or at least in that direction. Also, the room where we got that medkit from, this is where that would have been originally, but the door's broken. More one-way doors than 19th century asylum. Accurate! Right, we could take our key, go into this door, break through the vines, and we get a room with a fissure. A hole that can't be jumped over? Can't be jumped over? Can't be jumped over? If you could find something to plug the hole up with, you could probably cross over it. Yeah, about that. You can actually jump over it. Fuck off, game. What are you spouting? You can totally jump over this. But anyway, with this new key, we can go back to the dining room here. And then pass through the winery. This water can actually kill you, so make sure that you can get through it quickly. And there you go. Stage 5 done. we get to the worst stage in the game. Fuck this stage. Fuck the boss. Why does this exist? Up ahead is the spot that was used as the pteranodon breeding ground. The whole mountain is like a gigantic bird cage. From there, you'll have no choice but to climb over the mountain if you want to reach the port. Oh, blue check, thanks. I just sippied, but I'll sippy again. Be safe, and good luck. Get me out of here. The music's at least good. But this stage sucks. It's yet again another platforming stage, but you're constantly on the ascent. There are several different boulders that rain down in places that are pretty much unavoidable. There's sections like this where you have to deal with pteranodons, which in some cases are completely unavoidable. Mind you, you could shoot them. But that by itself can be frustrating because, hey, suddenly you're shooting a pteranodon and it's blocked a switch that you need to hit for progress. Not to mention, all the platforming that you have to do in this section is kind of annoying in the first place. Lots of moving platforms. Very precise hits that you need to do with the underwire in places. Also, that's a pit, and you might not realize it. I want to say there might be some down this way. Never mind. Yeah, this is gonna require a big medkit, I think. This stage sucks. I'll be lucky to get through this with only that one medkit being used. That's how much this stage blows. There's so many instances of practically forced damage. Pew. On the bright side, we can get some medication in places. Again, in places. With a very precise angle, you can hit that switch there. Otherwise, you can go to the upper platform here, and it will auto-lock to the thing that you need to hit. These fan blades hurt you. They don't look like they can hurt you. Oh crap, no! Jeez, Racky being super klutzy today. More pteranodons in this section. We can push this box over. And I believe at the end of this particular pathway is a bit of HP that we can get. Oh, no, wait, progress, actually. It is possible to get to the crate up there. Not via the vine or anything like that, though. Here. If you were to climb the vine, that would be a pathway that leads to a dead end, where all that while you'd be assaulted by pteranodons. Don't go that way. Ever. It's bad for your health, it's bad for your sanity, and most importantly, it's just bad. A couple running jumps lets you cross through all that, so you don't need to worry about the underwire. Here, however, you need to use the underwire. And it's very finicky. He says as he gets it in one shot. There are a couple crates here. You can break those too, flanking the red crate. You don't need to. Because, again, this game is held together by spit and duct tape in such a way that it's possible for you to just jump up here. Yup. And now we get what passes as a boss fight for this stage. The Pteranodon. The objective is that you're going to need to have this one ram into the red crates a specific number of times. I believe it's like 6. Really simple. For every 3 crates that are taken out, 3 more come back to respawn. Oh, 4 even. Now before you go to the right, max out your HP. You will thank me. Because when we break this crate, all hell breaks loose. You've located a parachute. If you can handle that parachute well enough to avoid the dinosaurs that come flying at you, you should be able to make a safe landing. Kid me game overed so many times on this stage because of this. This is the real boss fight. And it is super easy to take damage. Bright side, if you stay low for at least a good chunk of the latter half, you'll be able to mitigate your damage. But still, fuck this stage. I never want to see it again. Stage 7. It's starting to rain, but you don't have time to seek shelter. The jungle. Pretty much, this is a very linear stage with a few recycled graphics. Just keep moving, you're good to go. Raptors can't cross the pitfalls that are around here. After you get out of this jungle, the port is near. It's just a little bit further. This is a more action-oriented stage than the others. And by action, I mean just run. We are introduced to blue compies here, and they hurt a lot. But again, if you're running, you don't need to worry about any of that. This is a bit of force damage. If you're very unlucky, you get catapulted down the cliff. because this game is held together by spit and duct tape. You can go up there, you don't need to. If you do, you can get, I believe, another med kit. We're gonna need it. Oh, no wait, trank gun, which is absolutely useless. It's not. Actually, it does have some use. But like you'll remember, you have it. The idea with the trank gun is you puff out some smoke and it suppresses dinosaurs. The first time you use it on a dinosaur, it will affect them. However, the second time thereafter, it doesn't. The reasoning is that the dino gains some immunity from it. The left path here is completely optional. You don't need to go in here for any reason. But if you do, we can get some more medicine. You know, in the case you need it. I would still recommend getting it. Because this game is simultaneously made of spit and duct tape, but also wants to end your life. The right side vines don't go all the way up, the left side vines do. The upper path here is the one we want to take. Because lower path here, all it's got is crate with some more useless ammo. Then we get this particular puzzle. We don't need to do anything with the raptors here, we could just move on. But in the case that you need to deal with them... Where are you headed? It's dangerous to keep floundering around there. In the case that you want to deal with these raptors for, like, I don't know, a full dino defeat run, you can use the water spigot here. There's just enough room that you can position yourself, like, right here, just underneath it, and let the water take out the dinos. Again, not necessary. Push around a crate. Do a bit more platforming. Some more packies. Another crate. This one with some more useless ammo. Here's a bit of force damage. Just keep moving, just keep moving. The bits of this bridge can collapse, so make your jumps quickly. A bit more sprays of water from the ground, a bit more platforming. Have your med kits on standby, because these particular jumps are a little more finicky. With a good running jump, you can clear it in 2 jumps, but good luck. The rain's let up a bit, hasn't it? But that rock's still pretty unstable, so don't get careless. You're probably thinking, what rock? That one. That one too. And this is yet another pseudo-boss fight against red compies. Red compies cannot be harmed by your flare gun. Instead, you need to use the rocks to your advantage. Again, this is one of the very few instances where the tranq gun is actually somewhat useful. But you don't necessarily need it. That's it. The boss fight's over. Random barrel from the sky. You're done. It's so stupidly simple. And with that, believe it or not, we're at the last stage of the game. Yeah, this game is only 8 stages long. The harbor. But the opening to this stage is relatively simple. Do a bit of running, then some platforming. This part is where you may struggle. If I remember correctly, there are 2 different ways you can go. You can continue along with the platforming here, or you can let these crates carry you to a second area. You would not know about this. Guaranteed. This second area is a little bit faster. And you can get a decent amount of loot out of it. Oh good, medkit. So many packies. I want to say this was about where the first bit of platforming was, but I want to double check. Crap. so wait for this tree. You know what? Fuck it. No. I want to say this is, like, where the first bit platforming ends up going to, anyway. This does look familiar. There's a truck blocking the way. Eat that, raptor. I'll take this. Right. This is why this stage is annoying. It's a boss rush. Right side, it's somewhat simple. Because all the bosses that you're going to be encountering through this boss rush are practically easier versions of their original ones. What? How does that hit? You know what? Fuck it. I don't need that. I think that's trank ammo anyway. All of this lets us get to the other side of the truck. To which, I believe... Yep, this is the means to progress. The other way is just another set of places you can go to, a boss fight with compies. Again. Remember this boxer? It's the exact same as the last time, only you have a little more space to work with. Crap. Like, no, really. To say. Again, the transceiver really isn't helpful. It's about as helpful as going on to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and calling your mother for help on an astrophysics question when your mother's a CNA. You might as well just walk home. One or two more hits. Ow. Missed the crate. on now. Okay, maybe one more hit past that. Guess I haven't been keeping track of how much I've been damaging this thing. Crap. How is this boss giving me a hard time? Ow! Piss. There we go. Our prize for taking out this boss fight, another med belt. And another boss fight. Remember these bastards? They're back! And they're just as annoying as they were before. Come on now. There we go. That takes out two at once. They actually would invisible wall brick you there if you didn't take out those dinos. Yeah, seriously, I have tried. And finally,
the wharf is right outside that storeroom. Looks like you got out of there safely. Hurry, get on the boat before it gets light.
about that. Remember this, bastard?
Just run. You'll be mincemeat if you're caught.
Switch to your med kit. Don't stop running. A lot of these screens will be pretty basic and have no obstacles. Or very ineffectual obstacles. Just hold down down left diagonal. Jump every so often. Excuse me. This is pretty much the easiest boss fight in the game. There we go. It doesn't even show on screen that he's trying to yeet an extra crate at you. And that's it. This game is done. Really simple.
Are you okay? Hurry, over here.
That's it. That's it. Game clear. Show's over. This is a stupidly brainless game. Like, I get it, licensed games were a dime a dozen on the GBA and just Nintendo consoles period, but this takes the cake for lazy and terrible design. A hint system that barely gives you any hints whatsoever. Weapons that are pretty much just for puzzle solutions, and in many cases, not necessary to be used. Absolutely atrocious 2D side-scroller sections that really had no point in being here whatsoever. Bullshit with the museum, where Actually, no, wait, I already explained that one. Ineffectual hint system. And obtuse puzzles that just aren't explained well, period. Like, the only two redeeming qualities for this game may be the graphics. Because for Game Boy Advance standards, it's not that bad. And I guess the second item, the music. The music is surprisingly solid. For the most part. I'd say the weakest track in the game is probably the laboratory, because it's just a bunch of beeps and boops that barely passes a soundtrack. But yeah, that's this game. Lingers on this screen for like 20 seconds. Back to the title screen. And after you've cleared the game, you gain access to not just the stage select, but survival mode. We literally just played survival mode. Because really all that changes with survival mode is, oh hey, suddenly you have no lives to work with. Clear the game in a single life. That's it. That's it. It's lame. So with that, there's our Kusoge game clearing out of the way. Let's play something actually worthwhile.